Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Friday, November 11th, 2016. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. 10 young persons from Nevis were among a group of 25 who were recognized on Thursday evening as the Federation's most remarkable teens for 2016. The teens were presented with their awards by the members of Parliament during a special sitting of the National Assembly.
Many questions have been raised over the years as to why we celebrate 25 teens. It has been suggested that perhaps we need to focus on a smaller number. It is quite easy to make this recommendation at the field media and the national dialogue focuses on their flaws. But this evening, I wish to stand before you and state that these 25 remarkable teens actually represent the mainstream and definitely the majority of our young people. What we see as flaws, which prejudice our views of youth, are the daily obstacles that so many overcome in order to survive. They are exceptional, but by no means are they exceptions. The choice we make within this program is not between good and bad, but between good, better, and best. And the 25 teens that we award this evening are all most remarkable.
The 10 awardees from Nevis were Ashley Thomas, Tajay Liburd, Jaden Dorr, Shanai Liburd, Camille Wilkin, Sean De Cameron, Kajal Smithen, Eliezer Ramirez, Sean De Weeks, and Leroy Chapman. They were recognized in the areas of leadership, dance, scholar-athlete, environmental science, culinary arts, entrepreneurship, public speaking, and courage to overcome.
Excellence is not an accident, and as we bestow honor and recognition on these talented and dedicated teens, we must recognize the sacrifice, diligence, and perseverance which many of them embrace in order to succeed at this moment.
A total of 150 teens have been recognized so far under the Remarkable Teens Awards program. The Gender Affairs Division of the Department of Social Services will be hosting a series of events in celebration of International Men's Day under the theme Grooming Men for Tomorrow, Today. The general public is invited to share in the events. They include a church service at the Crossroads Community Church this Sunday, November 13th, a discussion based on the theme Grooming Men for Tomorrow Today on Von Radio's Let's Talk program at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, November 15th, a fun, food and fitness fair from 1 to 6 p.m. on Friday, November 18th at the Villa Grounds, and a health walk from Pinny's Beach to Villa Paradiso and back, followed by breakfast on Saturday, November 26th. The Gender Affairs Division says these activities will be an exciting time for men and their families. The entire community is invited to join in celebrating our men and grooming our boys for the future. International Men's Day is observed annually on November 19th. The objective is to celebrate the contribution men and boys make to their families and friends, their workplaces and communities, their nations, and the world. Meantime, the University of the West Indies UWI Open Campus will also focus on men and boys when its Roaming Professors Lecture Series 2016 comes to Nevis next week. Isabel Byron is the coordinator of the UWI Open Campus Nevis site.
Well, the Nevis leg of the initiative is being undertaken by Professor Patricia Mohammed, who is the head of the Institute for Gender and Development Studies in St. Augustine, and she's a professor of Gender and Cultural Studies. Her topic, which was specifically chosen by the office in St. Kitts, is male underachievement, fact or fiction. And it is addressing the the many concerns we have in the Federation about young people and our desire for them to succeed and the many challenges facing them, and in particular our boys and young men.
Byron says the topic is not only timely but important.
But I think it's also related to our education system and a concern about boys' performance, the fact that generally girls have been outperforming boys for a long time. And while we do have some boys who excel, as we know, there are many boys who don't seem to excel and don't seem very happy in the system, who don't seem to succeed, even if they're highly intelligent or highly talented in many areas, but the school system doesn't seem to be meeting their needs or their wants, really. And I think hopefully Professor Mohammed will be able to enlighten us on some of those challenges, which I know are faced throughout the Caribbean, or at least English-speaking Caribbean. It's not just St. Kitts and Nevis at all, but we have a particular concern in St. Kitts and Nevis, maybe because of our challenges, at present with youth crime issues.
Byron is inviting members of the public to attend the presentation.
We want to target teachers, parents, youth workers, guidance counselors, so these are all groups that I am inviting. Of course, we wish the ministers of government to come, and we are going to be sending them special invitations, and persons in the opposition, anybody who is involved in some form of community work, and then the general public, because it's an issue. Practically everybody is either a parent, a brother, a sister, an auntie, somebody who's been a victim of some of these issues, or somebody who's trying to find ways to make the situation better, to find answers. I think we all need to find answers. So it's a general invitation. We are also being very ably assisted by the Ministry for Social Development and Gender Affairs, the federal ministry, and here in Nevis by our department. And I think, according to Ms. Lorraine Archibald, who is in charge of the Gender Affairs unit here, they would like to meet with Professor Mohammed prior to the lecture, have the gender focal points, meet with her for general discussion, and maybe they might be able to thrash out some of the issues that they're facing and have some of her suggestions.
Professor Patricia Mohammed's presentation on male underachievement as part of the UE Open Campus Roaming Professors Lecture Series 2016 will take place at 7 p.m. on Tuesday, November 15th at the St. Paul's Anglican Church Hall. Still to come?
I think it would be great if people come out on Saturday, if people are, busy, just pop their heads out the windows if they're at work, or pull up a chair, because it will be funny.
We'll give you the details after this break.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.
Welcome back. The Department of Youth and Sports is inviting applications for the second annual Face of Youth competition. Director of Youth Development Zanella Claxton is hopeful that the competition can be one of the ways to change how the island's young people are viewed.
All of our young people between the ages of 16 and 25, I'm asking you to race on up to the Department of Youth and Sports. Located upstairs, the Reliable Motors Miniplex, better known as Cars Gas Station to some of us. The Face of Youth 2016 was a great experience for all of our young people, whether they were participating or you had the opportunity to view it. But 2017, January 28th to be exact, will be even bigger, better, greater, and grander than the 2016 edition. We've made many changes, and all of it is to improve the experience of our youth here on the island of Nevis. You had the chance to apply for the Face of Youth 2017. But understand this, we can only take 5 males and 5 females. So you have to make sure you're in the first 5, don't lag behind, and wait until the deadline of November 18th. Get there as quickly as possible. Who will be the next Face? Will it be you, or you, or you? We'll find out on January 28th, 2017.
Participants in the Face of Youth competition will contest 3 rounds. Behind the Face, when participants will introduce themselves via a 2-minute video, reality check, when each participant will present an issue which affects young people, and I Care, when each participant will speak to a selected sustainable development goal. The 2016 Faces of Youth are Gassano Barry and Shabani Maynard. And finally,
I'm Ross Edgley, athlete adventurer from the UK.
Ross Edgley is a participant who is expected to make the Nevis triathlon even more interesting, as he will be attempting to win the race carrying 100 extra pounds.
Came to Nevis now in September. Love Nevis. Oh, the people, the food, the barbecue ribs. Oh my God. And found out all about the eco-friendly technology that Nevis was doing. So I spoke to Greg at the tourism board. We threw around some ideas, and then decided to come and do the triathlon. To quote the media, the world's most beautiful triathlon. Decided to do that with a tree on my back to raise awareness for eco-friendly technology. We were throwing around ideas because we wanted to do something to represent Nevis and how green an island it wants to become, and become the world's first carbon neutral island. So we decided, a tree kind of represents that. So we're throwing around ideas, and then it was decided a tree made more sense.
Edgley gave some insight into his strategy.
The swim's okay because it floats, but the bike, I've just gone up the Anaconda just now. Oh, that's not flat. So we've gone up there. I think as long as we can attach it on the back, it will be okay. That's going to be difficult. And then the run should be okay, fingers crossed.
Edgley, who found out about the Nevis Running Festival and the Nevis Triathlon from friends who participated in the past, gave us his impressions of the island.
I came here back in September and I did the running festival, and the people, every time every corner you get on, everyone's cheering you on. It doesn't matter if you're at the front or the back, everyone's just kind of like cheering. And so after that I thought, you know what, I need to come and do the triathlon. And I think it would be great if people come out on Saturday, if people are busy, just pop their heads out the windows if they're at work, or pull up a chair, because it will be funny either way. If I fall down the Anaconda, that would be funny, so people will win, and if I do it, that will be good because everyone can celebrate afterwards. So I think whatever happens, it'll be funny to watch.
Ross Edgley is among 40 visitors from around the Caribbean, the United States of America, and the United Kingdom who will participate in the 15th Nevis Triathlon, slated for 7 a.m. tomorrow, Saturday, November 12th, at the Samuel Hunkins Drive in Charlestown. That's it for this evening's edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Good night.